Ever wondered how secure your financial future could be if an unexpected crisis hits? Well, today we're going to delve into the world of financial security, starting with the basics: an emergency fund. You see, life's unpredictability is as consistent as the rising sun. One day you're sailing smoothly and the next you're hit with a financial iceberg. Layoffs, medical emergencies, sudden repairs, they can all send us spiraling into financial chaos. But there's a way to prepare for such events, a way to ensure you stay afloat even when the waves get rough. It's called an emergency fund. This isn't your vacation fund or your new gadget fund. No, this is your life threw a curveball at me and I'm ready fund. It's your financial safety net for when life decides to test your balancing act. An emergency fund can be your financial safety net in times of crisis. But how can you build one? Imagine losing your job today. How long could you sustain without any income? It's a tough question, isn't it? And that's exactly why an emergency fund is so crucial to your financial security. An emergency fund, put simply, is a financial safety net. It's a stash of money set aside to cover the financial surprises life throws your way. It's the buffer between you and the high-stress world of unexpected expenses such as a job loss, a medical emergency, or an urgent home repair. Now you might be thinking, I'm careful with my money. I don't need an extra cushion. But let's be realistic. No one is immune to life's unpredictability. Your car might break down, your roof could start leaking, or you might face health issues. All of these scenarios could create a financial burden that's hard to bear without some backup. Another key point to consider is the peace of mind an emergency fund brings. Knowing you're not one paycheck away from financial disaster can reduce your stress levels significantly. It gives you the freedom to make choices in your life without the constant worry of living on the edge financially. Moreover, it provides a safety net in case of job loss. In today's volatile job market, it's not uncommon to experience periods of unemployment. An emergency fund can cover your living expenses during this time, allowing you to focus on finding a new job instead of worrying about how you're going to pay your bills. In essence, an emergency fund is your personal insurance policy against life's uncertainties. It's not about being pessimistic, it's about being prepared. It's about giving yourself the ability to handle whatever financial challenges come your way with grace and resilience. Creating an emergency fund is not as challenging as it sounds. It's all about taking the right steps. And in the next scene, we'll guide you on how to build this essential safety net step by step. So stick around and let's secure your financial future together. Creating an emergency fund starts with defining your financial goal. This is the foundation of your journey to financial security. So what's this goal? It's simple. Your objective is to accumulate enough money to cover 6 months of your essential living expenses. This is not a vacation fund or a shopping spree fund, but a safety net that stands between you and life's unexpected turns. To figure out exactly how much you need to save, start by calculating your essential monthly expenses. These are the bills you absolutely have to pay every month, like rent or mortgage, utilities, groceries, and health insurance. Multiply this by 6 and voila, that's your target. Now that you have a number in mind, it's time to set up a separate savings account. This is an account dedicated solely to your emergency fund. It's not your checking account where daily transactions happen, and it's not your vacation savings either. By keeping it separate, you can avoid the temptation to dip into it for non-emergencies. Next comes perhaps the most important step, creating a budget. This is where you decide how much money you're going to set aside each month to reach your goal. It might be tempting to set a lofty goal, but it's crucial to be realistic. Look at your income, your bills, and your discretionary spending. Try to identify areas where you can cut back. Maybe you can skip that daily latte, or maybe you can cook at home more often. Every little bit adds up. Now let's automate your savings. This is a powerful tool that can help you stay on track. Most banks offer automatic transfers, so you can set it up to have a certain amount move from your checking account to your savings account every month. That way, saving becomes a part of your routine, not just something you do when you remember. Stick to your budget and make adjustments as needed. Life happens, and there might be months where you can't save as much. That's okay. What's important is that you get back on track as soon as you can. And here's a pro tip. Whenever you receive a windfall, like a tax refund or a bonus at work, consider putting a portion of it into your emergency fund. This can help you reach your goal faster. Building an emergency fund might seem like a daunting task, but remember, you're not alone. Millions of people have done it, and so can you. It's not about how much you save in a day or a week, but about the habit of saving regularly. And lastly, don't be disheartened if progress seems slow. Building a substantial emergency fund takes time. It's a marathon, not a sprint. So keep going, even when the finish line seems far away. Remember, the key to building an emergency fund is consistency and discipline. With patience and perseverance, you'll get there. And when you do, you'll have the peace of mind that comes from knowing you're prepared for whatever life throws your way. Now that you know how to build an emergency fund, where should you keep it? This is a question that's not asked nearly enough. The answer, quite simply, is that your emergency fund should be easily accessible, yet not so accessible that you're tempted to dip into it for non-emergencies. Let's dive into the two primary options: high-yield savings accounts and certificates of deposit, or CDs. High-yield savings accounts are an excellent choice for your emergency fund. As the name suggests, these accounts offer higher interest rates than regular savings accounts. Think of it as a reward for being a diligent saver. A penny saved is a penny earned, right? But with a high-yield savings account, you're earning more than just pennies, and the best part? Your money is just a few clicks away, should you need it for an emergency. On the other hand, we have certificates of deposit, or CDs. These are time-bound savings accounts with a fixed interest rate. With a CD, you agree to leave your money untouched for a certain period. Could be 6 months, a year, or even 5 years. In return, you get a guaranteed return on your money, usually at a higher rate than a regular or even high-yield savings account. The catch? You may face a penalty if you withdraw your money before the agreed-upon date. Both these options have their merits. High-yield savings accounts offer flexibility and easy access, while CDs offer a higher return for a little less accessibility. It's about finding a balance between accessibility and growth that works for your unique situation. Remember, your emergency fund is there for unexpected expenses: job loss, medical emergencies, urgent home repairs. It's not an investment fund, but rather, it's financial insurance. So while you want it to grow, its primary function is to provide a safety net. Choosing the right place to save your emergency fund can maximize your savings and help you reach your financial goal faster. Because at the end of the day, an emergency fund isn't just about the money. It's about the peace of mind that comes with knowing you're prepared for whatever life throws your way. Having an emergency fund is not just about financial security, it's about peace of mind. It's about knowing that when life throws a curveball your way, you're not going to be knocked off your feet. It's about having the confidence to face the future, knowing you have a safety net to catch you. Let's delve a bit into the psychological rewards of having an emergency fund. Money worries are a common source of stress, and this stress can take a toll not just on your mental health, but on your physical health too. Chronic stress can lead to all sorts of health issues, from headaches and heart disease to diabetes and depression. But an emergency fund can help to alleviate this stress. Knowing that you have money set aside for unexpected expenses can provide a sense of security that is simply priceless. An emergency fund can also give you a sense of financial confidence. It's a tangible proof that you're taking control of your money, that you're not just living paycheck to paycheck, but that you're planning for the future. This confidence can spill over into other areas of your life, boosting your overall sense of well-being. But the rewards of having an emergency fund extend beyond the psychological. An emergency fund can also give you the freedom to make better financial decisions. For example, if you're stuck in a job you hate because you're living paycheck to paycheck, an emergency fund could give you the financial freedom to quit and look for something else. If an investment opportunity comes your way, an emergency fund could give you the flexibility to take advantage of it without worrying about how you'll pay your bills. In sum, an emergency fund is much more than just a financial safety net. It's a tool that can help you reduce stress, increase confidence, and make better financial decisions. It's a crucial part of achieving financial security and peace of mind. An emergency fund is your financial safety net. Start building yours today and secure your financial future.